Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update because there is a metric butt ton of stuff to go over. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over are, of course, the freebies. So when we go to our systems over here, get campaign items, receive item account, you're going to notice that we got the last Alpha Super Origin gift. Now, this is the last one. Next week we will no longer receive any more of these gifts. But this one is really significant. As you can see, we get 10 3rd anniversary thankful tickets. These are the AC variations of these tickets, so you get AC items out of them, and you get 100 star gems. So make sure to pick that up and make sure that you actually use these tickets relatively soon. You do have plenty of time. You have until the 19th to use them because this banner doesn't go away until the 19th. But just get it out of the way immediately and just use it like me right here so that you don't need to worry about it. Now, will we get a rainbow? I don't think so. Unfortunately, we didn't, but it's not a big deal. Ooh, we got some animal ears. We got the messy long hair, vampire fangs, dance 29. Got the, ooh, this is a good katana weapon camo. I actually use this myself. And we got the scarf brown. We'll take all of this. This is good stuff. Now remember, all of these items are AC items, so they are all tradable. As you can see, the messy hair can be sold over here. We got the skirt, not worth so much. These are probably not worth as much. Maybe the animal ears. No, that's not worth much either. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the prices are that crazy right now because, everyone gets these free scratches, so everyone should have a ton of items that are flooding the market. So let's say that you did get the messy long hair and you want to sell it for a lot more money. What you could do is you could always just sit on it. As you can see, it's already like going up to 300,000. Maybe if you waited like a month, it would probably go up to like 1 million, 2 million, somewhere in that range. So you could always do that. But that also means if you want some weapon camos, it might be a good time to buy it. For example, the Bix weapon camo over here, this used to go for a lot of money and you can get it now for 135,000, which is an amazing deal. This weapon camo looks really, really nice. I really like this katana weapon camo. I'll actually show it to you right now for the katanas, and there it is in all its glory. It's a very, very beautiful katana weapon camo. All right. So if you do want any of these weapon camos that are currently available in this scratch, you might want to look them up because the Bix weapon camo used to go for like 4 to 5 million and now it's 100,000, so it's a pretty good deal. Now with the freebies out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is of course the story. We do have the introduction of chapter 7 and I'm very happy to inform everyone that chapter 7 is absolutely amazing. Now there is a small Easter egg. When you get to the Nameless City for the very first time, there's going to be a special cutscene, there's going to be some dialogue. If you've played the base game and if you've beaten the base game, you will have a third option. I recommend you to click on the third option in the dialogue in order to get a little Easter egg. Now, if you have not beaten the base game and you're just jumping straight into NGS, you will not get the third dialogue option in order to get that Easter egg because, well, you've never played the base game, so the game is assuming that you don't know anything about the past. So, just keep that in mind. If you've beaten the base game, click on the third option to see the little Easter egg because it's really, really cool. You actually get a lot more information on what the Nameless City actually is. I'll probably make a spoiler video later down the line in like a week or two, talking more about the Nameless City and talking more about the story itself because I don't want to spoil anything yet, but it's absolutely amazing. And I loved how they tied NGS with the base game this way. But of course it doesn't end there. Our level cap has been increased to level 90. Now just by completing the story, it'll get you from level 80 to about level 87, level 88, somewhere in that range. So you are going to need to grind a little bit to get to level 90. However, just keep in mind, the new level cap is level 90, so you might want to do that on all of your classes, get them all to level 90 as there are some title rewards. Now, while we're on the topic of title rewards, you can see over here, I already have 30 Augment Transfer Pass vouchers. Remember, you need 100 of these in order to make a full Augment Transfer Pass in order to transfer all of your augments. Now, how do I have 30 already? It's only been a day. And it's actually because of the titles. As you can see over here, Nameless City Exploration, Nameless City Residential Investigation MVP Rank 1. All you need to do is defeat 500 enemies in the Nameless City and you get rewarded 25 Augment Transfer vouchers as well as 5 star gems. However, it doesn't end there. There are more titles. As you can see here, Nameless City Residential Investigation MVP 2. Defeat 3,000 enemies and you'll get another 25 and Augment Transfer Pass vouchers. So there's multiple tiers of this. After you complete MVP 2, there's going to be another one. And so this is how you're going to be able to earn a bunch of these Augment Transfer Pass vouchers relatively quickly, is through this title system. Now, obviously, there will be future events and campaigns, which will also reward us with a bunch of these vouchers. A perfect example is we already have a limited time task called Nameless City Exploration Enemy Suppression, where the task is to defeat 1,500 enemies in the Nameless City in order to get another 25 Augment Transfer Passes. So just by defeating 3,000 enemies in the Nameless area and completing these two tasks alone will give you 50 N Augment Transfer Passes, which will get you halfway there. Now there are more titles regarding the Nameless City that will reward you even more vouchers. That was how I got my initial 30. So basically just farm like crazy over there and you will get a ton of these vouchers. And once you've collected 100 of them, you're going to go to your shop over here, item recycle, and right here is the N Augment Transfer Pass, where you smash in all of your vouchers in order to get one of these fully completed tickets. Now with all of that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is how on earth do you even get to the Nameless City? So it's not in the overworld. You are going to need to go to the quest counter over here, and there is Nameless City Exploration, and you can immediately just jump straight into it. Now keep in mind, when you go into the Nameless City through Start Quest, you have your own individual timer. So I'm just going to go in now, I'm going to show you the timer. So you can see over here that we have entered the Nameless City, so this is a pretty nice look over here. Look at this, so pretty, many lights. But what I want to bring to your attention is this little timer over here on the top right corner. This is individual or party based. Let's say that you go into Nameless City as a party, then you will all share this timer. Once this timer runs out, you will be kicked out of the room and then you can queue back in immediately again. Now, why is it important to know that each person has their own individual timer? The reason is because you cannot invite people into your party while you are in the Nameless City. The reason for this is because the other person might only have 5 minutes left on their timer versus where I still have 13 minutes left on the timer. So we cannot party up when we are inside the Nameless City. However, when we are outside, we can party up and come into the Nameless City as a party together. That way the timer will sync up together and, you know, we all have the same amount of time. Now, there's a lot of things I want to go over about the Nameless City, mainly like how to farm points, how to open the chest, what chest you should focus on and stuff like that. However, I'll make a separate video so that this video is not super long that will be uploaded tomorrow, okay? Now, for whatever reason, if you want to leave the Nameless City, you simply open up your quest information and abandon quest and boom, it will remove you from the Nameless City. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, your gear. You can now enhance all of your gear to plus 90, which gives you an additional augment slot. I posted a screenshot on my Twitter as well as on YouTube showcasing my weapon over here with my EX augments, as well as all of my regular augments, as well as my stat sheet. A lot of people were very shocked that I increased my potency from like 160% to 237%. That's a gigantic leap in potency. And it's because we have 7 augment slots now. As you can see right here, we have 7 augment slots, and my armors also have 7 augment slots. So I'm able to add Mega Trial to all of my armors, but more importantly, I have 3 EX augments, which give me 4 to 4.5% additional potency. It's actually a little bit more than 4.5%. A lot of people might look at Lively HP Starlings and be like, it only says 4%. Well, if my HP is above 95, I gain an additional 1.5%. So it's actually 5.5% potency because I'm above 95% HP right now. So, you know, just understand that some of these EX augments are a little bit unique in the sense that there are conditions to gain even more potency. There's one that's like, if you're debuffed, you gain a lot more potency, which is pretty cool. And so you do need to look into all of the descriptions to see which one works best for you. Now, I am in the process of compiling a list of all of the different EX augments, and that will also come out in tomorrow's video. So tomorrow will also be a double upload, just like today. There's gonna be another video coming out in 6 hours after this video where I show you how I actually made this EX weapon, because a lot of people are like, how did you transfer all of this stuff if you don't have augment transfer passes? And there is a way to do this. And even after creating this weapon, let's say I want to switch out the EX augments over here, I can switch this out without having an augment transfer pass. And because I don't want to leave you guys hanging, I'll show it to you right now. When we go to Augment Transfer, we go to EX Augment Transfer, you can see my Wingguard weapon shows up because it has EX Augments on it already. Getting the initial EX Augments on this is another story. You'll see it in today's video in 6 hours, but nevertheless, as you can see over here, I can now put all of my Iridium Knuckle Augments, which is Gradual Pressing R, Tri-Shield, as well as Just Frame X, onto my Wingguard weapon. So I can replace these 3 EX Augments, and you can see right here under item information, it does not require an Augment Transfer Pass. I can click on this, and if I click yes, it will simply replace these 3 EX Augments with these 3 at no additional cost other than 10,000 Meseta, okay? So if you are curious on how I managed to get these EX Augments onto my Wingguard weapon, I do have a video coming out that will showcase exactly how I did it, as well as all the paint pecos. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the new weekly exchange shop. So when we come over to the item trader and you go to item recycle, you're going to notice there are 4 new items that you can exchange for. There's alpha reactors, star gems, genesis points, as well as end grinders. There's currently a campaign going on where you can exchange for alpha reactors, star gems, as well as genesis points at a discount. It's actually 50% off. So this is a weekly thing, so you definitely want to take advantage of this, but you're going to click on alpha reactor and you're going to click on the first option where it costs 1 NEX cube instead of the second option where it costs 2. Because this is the campaign one. So you're going to click on the first option right here and you're going to exchange 50 of these NEX cubes in order to obtain 50 alpha reactors. You're going to say proceed, and boom, that is the weekly limit completed. You've collected your 50 alpha reactors. Next is your 50 star gems. You're going to click on the 10 star gems tab over here. Again, you're going to click on the top one because as you can see, this costs 5 NEX cubes, while the bottom option will cost you 10 EX cubes. So, obviously 50% off is much better. And again, you're going to select 5 of these and boom, you get 50 star gems for 25 NEX cubes. And finally, if you need more Genesis points, you could also do this as well. In order to gain 5,000 Genesis points, you exchange 25 of these NEX cubes. So you can do that as well, and wabam. Now the star gems as well as the Genesis points will automatically be credited into your account, so you don't need to do anything about it. However, the alpha reactors, you are going to need to sell them yourselves, and you can see right here that's 175,000 Meseta right off the rip for free, and wabam, easy peasy. Now for those who are wondering how on earth you get more NEX cubes, you simply just level up any class and you get rewarded NEX cubes. So just play the game and you're just going to get a bunch of these. All right. And last but not least, of course, we do need to talk about the creative spaces. So when you come to your control panel over here, you're going to notice that under change/unlock theme, you can actually change it to the Far Eastern theme now. So if you have enough Genesis points, you can do so. Now on top of that, you'll also notice there are more build parts. So if you wanted any of the Japan themed build parts over here, you can purchase all of these for Genesis points. Now there are a lot of pieces, but nevertheless, you can get them all via Genesis points. So you don't need to spend any real money at all. You can obtain all of these Genesis points by simply playing the game, and you'll be able to build your dream setup. So that is really cool. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my second upload today. Bye-bye.